show. Carl here from the Weight Loss Clinic. I just want to introduce a client, Margaret, from Mead. And Margaret has agreed to give us a video testimonial for the internet and the website and all that sort of stuff. So I'm just really going to ask Margaret to give you a bit of feedback. And again, I've asked Margaret to be completely honest here, as we always do with our clients. But just going to ask Margaret to give you some feedback on her journey with the 6-session program of the gastric hypnotic band. So Margaret, I'm going to just ask you, say, I don't know, two months ago before you came in, how you were?
Very down on myself. I noticed that my weight was slowly just going on and on and on. And I noticed I was getting to a heavier weight than I ever was. I've always had kind of trouble with weight and putting it on, but I just knew it in myself that it was increasing and increasing and increasing. And myself, I was getting more down and depressed and anxious, and I was doing less social things, and I just seemed to be getting into a bad habit all the time. Yeah. So I knew myself I had to do something.
It's interesting, yeah. I suppose it's evident that, the bigger percentage of people coming into us, due to maybe certain events in their younger days, and we're not going to go into that, but you know yourself, due to certain things may have happened, can leave us feeling down and empty, and that can kick that whole cycle of comfort eating and so on, which led you to basically where you were, So you come in then for the first session, Margaret. So can you just tell the people, I suppose, from the first session to now, what happened for you at this journey? What changed?
Well, I started on my first session. I have been suffering from anxiety and just very, very anxious. So even coming here was like a big deal. But within 5-10 minutes of actually the first session, I was very relaxed, and Carl just started explaining the process and put me at ease, and even said at the start that if I felt it wasn't working, be very honest and just say, like, it was my own free will, and at any time I could have gone or left it. And so we started doing a profile, and basically it asked me a series of questions, basically what my issues were, how I felt, day-to-day things, just simple kind of things, and basically you're connecting where your issues are coming from.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we were through. The first session was longer than any of the other sessions because we were in so much detail of what issues were and all these different questions, and so Carl could have a deeper understanding of how he was going to help me in the future. So we went through the first hypnosis kind of relaxation thing, and it was instant. There was an instant change in me. I was sleeping more because I was very, very bad sleeper, and I felt more relaxed. And even from the first instant, I had cut out I didn't want sugary foods or takeaways or bad foods. And this is what, usually when I go home from work, I'd have a bad day at work, I'd be anxious, I'd feel down. The first thing you do is just go get a takeaway, or even when I'd be in good form, or I'd say, well, I did really well at work today, my way of rewarding myself was get a takeaway or get something. Yeah. So it eliminated all that, and it didn't even feel like I was on a diet, because I'd done so many diets that they were just, you'd lose so much weight, but then you'd pile it back on, and you'd pile on more. Yeah. It didn't feel like I was on a diet. It didn't feel like I was, and I had an eagerness to go exercising, and I started enjoying it. Yeah. And I just noticed even in the first week, like the weight just fell off. Yeah. Like in the first week, I think I lost 7 pounds. Yeah, which is amazing. Yeah, fantastic. It's amazing.
I just going back there, just to probably recap on a couple of points. Yeah, I suppose the first session, like we do say to a person that, like we do assess every session we do to make sure that it is working for a person. Yeah. And as you probably know yourself, Margaret, we don't charge up front either.
No.
Because if we genuinely feel after the first session we can't have somebody, we stop it. Yeah. Because we're not in that business. But a couple of things there you said were really significant too. That in your go back a few weeks ago, I think you were saying to me before, Margaret, that your normal life was going home.
Yeah, it was like a run. It was a habit. It wasn't a life. It was more
stuck in a rut. Sorry, yeah.
It was just you were kind of going to work, you were coming home. That was it.
And then the comfort eating in the evening time.
That was it. Yeah.
So as you say yourself there, the first and second sessions were really about breaking the bad habits, weren't they? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that was easy for you after those sessions.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing I suppose important then is when we took the information on the first session, as Margaret was saying there, but basically what it was to actually find out the cause of the weight in the first place. The root of the problem. Yeah. And we did.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So we addressed that then in the third and fourth session. Could you just tell people how you felt after that, or what it was like for you?
I felt fantastic.
Yeah.
It just seemed as if something had just been lifted.
Yeah.
And I understood. I think the main area when you understand something, it's much easier to fix it.
Yeah.
And things I had been doing diets and stuff like that, but I didn't fully understand what was causing it, or like you knew yourself. You might have been through certain experiences in life or bad things, but I mean, you kind of. Everyone's kind of attitude was, oh well, that's the past, you leave it there.
Yeah.
But unless you actually tackle that, it's going to continuously come back to bite you.
Yeah.
So we went through all these different. I had been through serious things, and Carol went through everything with me, and even in the hypnosis, there's a way of dealing with them and just pretty much letting them go and moving on. And it just feels like a weight has been lifted. Literally, I know it's a pun with the weight, but I mean seriously, it's just like it's a change. Your whole mentality and your way of thinking changes. Yeah. And it's just it's the best feeling ever in the world.
Because I mean, I suppose when you look at it, I suppose it's not only the weight we deal with, it is the cause why the weight is there, but not only that, there was a few other little things, like you suffered with anxiety.
Yeah.
Bad
anxiety. On flights or even public transport or
anything. It
stopped me doing anything I wanted to do.
Yeah. Whereas I think you said to me there a couple of weeks ago, you were in the middle of a Brian Adams concert in Croke Park.
Absolutely.
In the middle of the crowd.
I wouldn't have driven through Dublin for one, because I'm so anxious. And then in the middle of the O2, in the middle of the crowd, not even seated, standing concert, and just I was in my element. I had the best night ever. I
think, I'm not trying to put words, I'm just recapping on what you were saying, that things you would never have done before, you're now doing.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I mean,
even at work, I my confidence. That's one thing that I had knocked, was my confidence. And the hypnosis and the sessions, it's as if it just magically reappeared. Yeah. Like I've been spending so much time, even doing courses at work and stuff, trying to build my confidence, stuff like that. And it was just like a switch had clicked. Yeah. And it was just there. And I find myself, like even with HR managers, any type of issues that I have at work, I can deal with them, and I don't have any anxiety or nothing, and I go home feeling so much more fulfilled and happy and contented with myself. Yeah. I've a 100% contented feeling all the time.
Brilliant. And then session 5 is where we convinced the subconscious mind, Margaret, at a deep level, that gastric surgery had taken place, and you probably remember the sound file being played in the background, the clink of instruments.
You're in a hospital.
And how was that for you? I mean, I know we educate you before the session to use the imagination for that, but how real was it, the surgery?
It was 100% real. Yeah. Like if you let yourself go and you imagine it and you give 100%, you will get 100% out of it.
That's it. There you have it, And then, as I say, this is the 6th session of the whole programme. So I just want to ask, Margaret, from the start, from the last 6 weeks, how much weight have you lost?
I have lost 1 stone 5 pounds.
Wow. In 6 weeks.
6 weeks. Less than 6 weeks. Yeah.
Less than 6 weeks. Do you ever think you put the weight back on?
No.
And that's
because the weight isn't an issue anymore for me. I know myself. This weight, the rest of the weight will be gone. Yeah. I feel so contented, and I just feel happy. I'm absolutely 100% happy.
Would it be fair to say, Margaret, life changing?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Excellent stuff. Yeah. Well, listen, from the weight loss clinic and myself, and you know what? For the people out there that are seeing this, I want to thank you, Margaret, because they're getting to see a true live explanation from a client, rather than us, telling them what we do. But if anybody wants to experience what you have, sure.
I'd give it 100%. That's it. And it's the best thing I've ever done.
Excellent.
Best thing ever.
Listen, Margaret, thank you again.
Thanks, William.
Thank you.